Hi, I'm Gavin McMichael. Welcome to New Ranch Cooking. Today we're talking jerky, specifically soft jerky. Everybody's had jerky. Everybody remembers it's hard, it's chewy, it's salty. Jerky was actually developed by the cowboys on cattle drives. This is the way that they would feed themselves. They didn't have refrigeration, obviously, so they would cut off strips of beef and they would hang them and let them air dry, or put them over a little bit of smoke and cure them and remove everything that would become rancid in it, and then they have their protein on the cattle drive. But as most of us have experienced, pretty chewy, pretty hard. So I developed something called soft jerky. It's really easy and has remarkable flavor, and the texture, you have the soft moistness of the meat, but with that nice rich beef cured taste to it, much like what you might find in a deli. We've taken New York strip here, and this has actually already been in the coriander cure, and we just did it overnight, 24 hours. And as you can see, it's taken on this beautiful dark color, just these beautiful deep reds and purples here. And you can just imagine just how good that tastes. That's awesome on sandwiches. It's great on salads. Today we're going to be actually doing it with a smoked white bean hummus and a cucumber and tomatillo salsa with a little bit of red onion, which you can grill or just throw on there. So let's get started. And let's start putting together our coriander cure, which you can use in a variety of different ways. And it's a great dump and go recipe. So let's get going. Okay, we got our chopped shallots and garlic here, and we're going to combine that with our brown sugar, our salt, the coriander seed, and our whole black peppercorns. We've got, we'll just pull these over here, like so, and we're just going to get our food processor set up here. Alright, so we're going to just go in with our garlic and shallots. We're going in with our peppercorns, and then here goes our coriander seed, and we have a little bit of salt and equal portions of brown sugar. That's about 2 tablespoons apiece. And now we're going to put our lid on here and we're going to give it a quick pulse. Alright. There we go. And as you can see, it's kind of a coarse paste is what we've ended up with. You guys can see in there. So we're going to take our cure out of the processor, and what we can do here is we've got our steaks trimmed out here. We're going to put this cure on. As you can see, we got a lot on there. So what we're going to do is we're going to rub those in there. That's where you get to kind of play with your food. We really want to make sure that it's well coated, that we get it all areas covered with this cure. So you want to make sure that it's getting cured all over. Okay, we got our steaks in the cure here, and now we need to wrap them up so that we can then weight them. So you can use some plastic wrap, cling wrap. Get that in there. Let's make sure we get plenty of that cure on it there. You can see how well I've got that covered. And then we're going to wrap that up just like so. So then find a dish that's got some sides on it. You need to have something like this that's a casserole dish or have some sides on it, because then we're going to weight it. And what's going to happen overnight, this cure is going to pull the juices out of the steak. We're essentially dehydrating it, which is what happens with jerky. And that's how you preserve it and cure it. Those are the things that typically are going to make the steak go rancid after a period of time. So you're going to have some juices that are going to run off in here. So make sure that you got a way to catch those. Then all you need to do is grab you got some canned goods, some large cans, and we're just going to weight the steak. And this helps get all of those juices out overnight. And then you're done. You're just going to find a nice place for it in the fridge and come back and check on it in the morning, and you're going to have a beautiful piece of meat like what we just showed you.